Hello and welcome back one and all. So I am here today to do a review of the new Dragon of Time class that has literally only just come out. So if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button and of course leave the video with a like. So first impressions of this class is, well, to be honest, my first impressions were not great. I thought, oh no, what have I done? I've just spent like 8 hours farming this and I hate it. However, my opinion has slightly changed after using it for a little bit. Now during this video I was using wizard enhancements, but personally I think the healer enhancements might actually be a bit better for it. But I'll let you make your own mind up on that one there. So the class itself seems to be more towards... Actually, I don't really know what it's towards. It can solo, it can farm, and it can definitely PvP. Actually, for PvP, this class isn't too bad, and I'll explain why a little bit later on when we get to it. So for anyone who doesn't know yet, if you head to join Yolga, you can start Kronar's quest, and that is how you unlock the class. It takes a long time, okay? You go in thinking, oh, it's just a little farm, but actually... it does take quite a while, but I guess on the grand scheme of things, it's not really all that long, to be honest with you. But let's just talk about the abilities on this class. So your first ability is you're able to hit 4 targets and you apply damage over time to them, and that stacks up to 10. It's important to note that pretty much all of these attacks cannot crit. Your second ability uses 10% of your health per target hit, so you do lose quite a bit of health on that, and it turns into a single target attack. It increases your magical damage by 100% and decreases all mana costs by 60. Your third ability is your heal. It heals half your health, and if strikes are converged, you cold sense for 5 seconds and a small heal over time. Your fourth ability removes convergence and burns you for 10% of health per target hit. Target takes 50% more damage over time damage. Also, target takes damage over time for 7 seconds. That is actually really useful, and we'll come on to why soon. And your fifth ability is just a heavy damage attack to 4 targets based on your current health. Again, that one is really useful for PvP. Now in the background you can see me farming with this class. It's fine for farming, it can easily sustain itself, and you do not really have to worry about dying. If you don't keep an eye on what you're doing though with your attacks, a bit like Void High Lord, you will just end up killing yourself, which can be a pain in the bum. With this class, if you use the abilities right, I tend to go for 1, 2, 3, 5, and if I'm trying to build health, I'll just generally stick to those ones. It's important to build health because that will determine how much your fifth ability will do damage wise. Now you can see me soloing here in the background. What I was mainly going for with the abilities I'm using at the minute was to try and get the damage over time stacked up, so I was making sure to hit 1 every now and again and also to use number 4. You'll see why that's useful, because as you can see, suddenly the damage over time is going over 1,000, so that should be able to get built up rather quite nicely, especially when you're doing boss fights, and I guess if you're in a long haul PvP fight, that could also be useful. Now what you can see me doing in the background is I'm trying to build my health up a little bit higher. The most I sort of get it to is around 8,000, which is very useful, as it means although you can nearly never crit with this class, you will be able to do a fairly high 5 attack, which I managed to achieve in literally just a second. I think this time it was around, 8,400 on that one. I believe you can get that easily above 10,000 if you're stacking this correctly, so it will take some practice, and I'll probably put out an addition to the gossip video during the week of the best combo that I've found for this, because at the moment I've found that as soon as I've found a good combo, I then find a better one again later on. But I think it honestly depends on whether you're doing PvP solo or farming, as with most classes, but you can sort of see what I go for most of the time on these ones. I was against a Shadow Stalker of Time here, so that didn't really play out too well when my big damage attack missed, but that's just the way it goes sometimes. Now I'm against Prince here, and it is worth saying Prince is using the same class and he is using it very well. As you can see, he literally one-hits me once he's used a couple of his abilities anyway, so that shows the pure potential of this. I actually dueled him again here, and this time you can see his health is over 11,000, so although I know we have to appreciate using amulets, that's still like an extra 3,000 he's managed to add on there to his health, which is really quite good, which is why I say once you've got this combo cracked, it really is a great PvP class to be using. And if you can get that one hit right, I don't see why it couldn't be taking on some of the best PvP classes in the game. So the next battle here shows again what can happen if you do not manage to land your heavy attack with number 5. I usually go for it straight away in PvP and then just rotate between 3 and 5. When I was talking to Prince about the sort of combo he was using, he was actually going for 2, 3, 4, 5, or just rotating 3 and 5 repeatedly. So Judging by how well he managed to defeat me in both those battles, and probably for many others, that may be the way to go with this class. It's definitely all about getting that high hit in as early as you can, then building your health up. So it's all about what combo people can figure out for that one, to be honest with you. So all in all, this class, I'd say, is it worth the farm? Yeah, I think it is actually. It's quite an interesting class to use. It keeps your brain alive for a little bit because you actually have to think what you're doing with it, and that makes it quite fun to use. So I'd say it's quite a fun class. I don't see it replacing any of the main ones such as Void High Lord, Legion Revenant, any high tier classes at all. But what I do think is that the Dragon of Time may just deserve that space in my inventory instead of the bank. So all in all, I'd give this class a 6 out of 10. So guys, thank you all very much for watching. Make sure you give the video a like and of course subscribe, and I'll see you all again incredibly soon.